Hi everyone, I'm Libris. Earlier this month, I was tagged by my friend GatorX to participate in Birdkeeper Toby's annual Once to Battle tag. Toby usually asks questions to help new viewers get to know the channel, and longtime viewers know what's to come. I do want to get at both of those objectives of the tag, but I'm going to go off script a little bit. I will answer Toby's questions, but I will do them a little bit out of order, and I will also answer some questions that you all sent me directly.
Ooh, Q&A.
And then there's also quite a bit that I want to share with you about what to expect from the Umbreon Libris channel in the future. All right, I'm all ready to go. Can I get you to read the questions?
Okay. Why did you choose your username?
Umbreon Libris comes from combining Umbreon, my favorite Pokemon, with the Latin phrase ex libris, which means roughly from the library of. It's a phrase that used to be pretty common for identifying books that are yours, sort of like this book belongs to blank, and then you write your name in it.
That is objectively cooler. Like, why didn't that stick around?
Probably because kids these days don't speak Latin.
Irrelevant. The safe icon is a floppy disk. Like,
Libris is also now my name, not like my legal name, but it's what I use in every context. It's what everyone calls me. It's how I introduce myself.
if you had to choose a different mascot, what would it be?
Umbreon is the mascot because it's my favorite Pokemon, but I actually think that Smeargle would probably make for a better mascot. It's a Gen 2 Pokemon, so there's the connection to my favorite generation. It's one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon, and it was my first random shiny back in Pokemon Crystal, so we have a personal connection. And it's an artist whose whole gimmick is learning new things, which is a pretty spot-on match for what I do in this channel.
What is your favorite Gen 9 Pokemon?
I haven't quite finished the game yet, so there are still a few Pokemon that I haven't seen, but from the ones that I have, the standouts are Garganacl, Clodsire, and Lokix.
What is your favorite Pokeball?
Dusk and Quick Balls are the ones that I find the most useful, and I love how perfect the Luxury Ball is for an Umbreon specifically. And then Moonball, Friend Ball, and Premier Ball all deserve honorable mentions.
Would you mind sharing any books that you worked on?
Yeah, so professionally, I'm a book designer. I do page layouts mostly and typesetting, which is putting the actual words on the page and making sure that they look good, and occasionally I do covers as well. Some of my favorite books to work on haven't actually been published yet, but here are some recent ones that I'm proud of. Hollywood in the Klondike by Michael Gates. It's about the role that the 1890s Klondike Gold Rush played in founding modern cinema. I did both the cover and the text layout, and I'm especially proud of how I did the chapter titles. Lucium's Plants by Lucium, Arvid Charlie, and Nancy J. Turner. I also did both the cover and the text, and this one is a guidebook to local plants featuring a lot of traditional Hulkmana knowledge, which is pretty cool. I've done a lot of guidebooks recently.
Yeah.
And All the Bears Sing by Harold Macy. This one I only did the cover, but it's my first time doing a cover for a fiction book. This is a collection of short stories, and since I mostly read fiction, I was really excited to work on it. I guess if you want to see more, I'll put the link to my portfolio in the description.
When did you start drawing Pokemon?
When I started playing Pokemon, really. But it wasn't around 2016 that I started doing it more regularly and actually sharing my fan art.
Are there any plans to follow up on the new 151?
We get this question all the time. In case you're new here, the new 151 was a project to redesign all 151 Kanto Pokemon. I did it with a couple of friends, and we started in 2016 and only just finished it earlier this year, although I'd also do a video series going over the designs, and that's still ongoing. At the moment, we have no plans to go beyond 151. We will probably still do various one-offs. For example, we've talked about doing evolutions for some of the Pokemon that we've already redesigned, or even redoing some of the redesigns that we're not quite as happy with anymore. But another large-scale project like that is very unlikely.
What was your best video of the past year?
Well, that depends on how you define best. By numbers, it was redesigning Shitpost Evolutions, which has more than 5 times as many views as my next best video ever, like for the entire lifetime of the channel. The one that I think is the most important is Why Leaks Are Bad and Why They Aren't, which is a sort of study of the feelings of the Pokemon community about leaks and spoilers. It covers a really broad range of opinions, and it taught me a lot. But the one that was probably my favorite video of this year was Should You Draw Pokemon in the Sugimori style? I loved doing the research and the interviews for it, and the Fakemon that I made as part of that process are, I think, some of my best.
Are there any older videos you'd like to revisit?
Yeah. The first one that just immediately comes to mind was just the 5th video that I ever made. It was about imagining what an open world Pokemon game would be like. That was in 2018, so now that we actually have one in Scarlet and Violet, it might be interesting to go back and see how they compare to my ideas from way back then.
Who are some of your influences for video making?
Well, the Pokemon creators that most inspired me to start and influenced the kinds of videos that I make were Birdkeeper Toby, Tamahiro, True Green 7, Loxton. But the channel that most influences the videos that I make now is probably Answer in Progress. They make educational videos that always start with a question and then walk you through the process of research and discovery. So pretty much exactly the kinds of videos that I've been making here.
Are there any milestones you're looking forward to?
Well, we're pretty close to adding another digit to the subscriber count and then reaching the next Fibonacci number in the sequence. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to 10,946. Ah, damn it, I had it right.
Is there anything you would like to do on this channel other than Pokemon content?
Not really. I have thought about doing some other things as kind of a minor part of the channel, like doing short book reviews or talking about some other projects that I'm planning to work on. But we should just go to the next question.
What can we expect from you in 2023?
Less. I feel like my cycle as a Pokemon YouTuber, TM, is coming to an end. I'm not quitting YouTube entirely, but I want to take a more relaxed approach to it. I want to allow myself to make videos on my own rhythm. I still have plenty of ideas, including some that I'm very excited to research and put together, but I want to make sure that rather than trying to keep to any kind of schedule, I focus on doing the videos that I want and that I give myself as much time as I need. I also want to create the space for me to do other things. I still enjoy making videos, but I also have other ideas for other projects that I want to dedicate time to. So if a video needs extra research or if the editing is taking a while, I want to not worry about when it's going to come out. If my mind is on another idea, I want to let myself do that instead and then come back to the video when I'm ready. Or if I'm just feeling kind of tired and I don't want to do anything, I want to not feel bad about pushing things back. This also applies to my streams, not just my videos. I don't want to force myself to do a stream on a day that I'm not really feeling up for it, so I'm generally not going to schedule or announce streams ahead of time. I will just stream whatever I want, whenever I feel like it. If I feel like drawing some fan art, maybe I'll stream it. If I want to play a game, maybe I'll stream it, even if it isn't Pokemon. All of that being said though, here are some of the videos that I'm planning on publishing in the next few months. The new 151 recap videos will continue as usual. The next one should be in January. I will write an in-depth review of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, as well as a creature design review of Generation 9.
Ooh.
But most of the videos that I really want to make, the ones that I love to make, are the ones that explore the intersections of Pokemon and the real world. One that I've been thinking about for a while is about the impacts and the implications on both personal and societal levels of giving children responsibility and autonomy at a much earlier age than we're used to in Western culture. Letting kids go on an adventure as we do in Pokemon and letting them make their own decisions and solve their own problems, what does that do for the kids and for the society that they grow into? Another one that Scarlet and Violet got me interested in is about bullying and community building through the Team Star plotline. I've also been thinking about the ways in which Pokemon games have shaped my ideas about utopia, about like what a perfect society would be like, but these still need a lot more thought. Since I'm changing how I publish videos, I'm also making changes to how you can support my work. You have 3 options, and they're all very low commitment, and they all get you an invite to the Umbreon Libris community on Discord, where we host community events, brainstorming sessions. There was something else that I was supposed to say, and I can't remember what it was. Private streams. Yes, not like that.
There's no OnlyFans, we swear.
For just $1 a month, you can become a YouTube member. That gives you some exclusive emotes that you can use in your comments and in live stream chats. You can just click the join button below to get started with that. For $5 a month or more, if you feel like it, you can support me on Ko-fi. I'm migrating from Patreon to Ko-fi. If you do, you will get early access to my videos and your name will appear in the credits. Finally, if you would prefer to give a one-time donation rather than monthly, you can do that on Ko-fi as well. The Ko-fi link is in the description and it should also appear in the end card. I think that covers everything that I wanted to tell you about today. Oh, wait, there is one stream that I need to announce, the Umbreon Libris New Year's Eve stream. It's usually a very chill art stream. We start at about 8 p.m. Pacific time, and we go until a little bit after midnight. So we ring in the new year for all of the North American time zones. If you don't have other plans, you should come hang out with us. Thank you for watching, and thank you to everyone who supports my work now, who might consider supporting me in the future, or who has ever supported me in the past. It's been a great few years with you all, and even though you will see me a little bit less, I won't be gone entirely. I will still see you in the next chapter. So how cheesy was that?
Cute. When am I gonna bake in the New Year's tree?